Hey everybody, Jake the Bowler, welcome back. So today's episode's a little different. I'm actually taking you with me to work at the bowling alley. So let's go work on some scissor arms, shall we? So, here are the scissors, right here. Each one of these has about 3 to 4 points that they rotate around. So right here is one. I don't know if you can tell what my finger is. Right here, and then back in here, right around there. And each of those is basically what I am greasing and, well, making a little cleaner when I wipe it off. And obviously as I'm checking them, I'm checking the pads on them. I'm also checking these zip ties, make sure it's secure like this one is. Yeah, I'm just basically giving her the old cleanup and treatment. So back to it. So I also forgot to mention that while I'm here under the machine and I'm checking the scissor arms, I'm also checking the rollers. Now, there were a couple of these that were awful, that were basically falling apart and we had to replace. And actually, if I can find one, I'll show you guys before the video ends, but some of these need some TLC, you know what I'm saying? So while I'm actually doing the scissors, I'm working on that too. And obviously, if I see anything out of whack, I try to clean it, try to make it run a little smoother. But the work continues. No issues? Cool. That would have been super bad if that got caught up in the turret or anything. This is probably one of the old strike switches that connect to the blue switch here. That would have been horrible. Let's get that undone. Should be good. Second, put back the first with that. All right, time to move on. So basically what I'm doing is I'm setting it to first ball and letting the rack go down with no pins so that it's easier for me to crawl under, don't have to push pins out of the way. Now, this is an A-2 machine, so I have to manually override it with a little lever on the side So let's see it. All right, so we're on. Good, good. Turn on. I stopped the fence, you know it. I'm going to set once the buckets are ready. Since I stopped the pins, I'm going to go in. Let's see. So I'll set the second ball again and reset it. There's nothing in the buckets and it's going to sweep the deck. See, it stops. So there's a little lever, this little guy right here, that you get to flip to go. Shut it down. If you're working under a machine, you always, at least an A2, you always want to set it second ball, because there's a little hook that could catch it. It's a little safety mechanism, but you also want to make sure everything's turned the way it's supposed to be. And on to number 4.
Alrighty, so here on lane 4, I'm basically doing the exact same thing I did on all the previous lanes. I'm stopping the pins from going over, I am setting it to ball 2 and resetting it, and making sure no pins are in the bucket so that I don't have any added weight on the deck, and I'm just releasing it so it goes back down, and so I can get under it. I'll safely set it back to ball 2 when I'm done, and we're going to move on.
Alright, so I just noticed something, and I want to see if you guys can tell right off the bat what's wrong with this scissor arm right here. Well, I'll tell you, the pad isn't connected anymore to the actual metal piece right there. So, as you can actually see, this one right here is just not even on. Yeah, see? So, the whole pad is actually right there. So, I'm going to have to replace the pad on that one, and, well, we'll move on to it, but I'll show you guys how I do that here in 1 second. I'm going to go get one. Hi-ho, hi-ho, to get a scissor arm I go. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I found one in decent shape. So I'm just going to clean this one up real quick, and I'll show you how to reattach it. Alright. We cleaned it up a little bit as best we could. We used some actual stripper from the lanes to try to clean it off. Because all it really is this like rubber material, but these need to have some depth to them to be able to grab the pin properly. So this one's a little better than the one that took off of there, so let's go change it. Yeah, this was busted. You see, it's trimmed off. But there's the one that we're putting on compared to that one. So I don't know, we're gonna find out how well it works. Alright, so back under the machine we have the metal piece that the pad attaches to. Now really all you have to do is line it up on the pad. You see how this one has a little metal hangover? We've got to make sure that this one has the same, at least similar length to it. So it does now. Now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take those and space them kind of like how these ones are. You have one closer to this edge and one closer to that edge. But we have to be careful not to get the ring in that while we're doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and show you what it looks like after. So silly me. See what I did there? That's what happens when you're not paying attention. The back one's fine. Now I gotta redo the front one. Alright, so it's a different day. It's the next day. Because this was a 2-day process. And actually, I found on my next lane that I was looking at that I needed to replace a roller. Now, if you remember, I said I was checking all of these, and I'll show you which one needs it here in 1 second. Okay, so this is an example of an OK roller. You see there are some grooves starting to go into it, but it is still working properly. This one's pretty good, but this one is no longer existent. Actually, it seems to have fallen out. Let's see if I can actually see it in there. No, not that I can see. But what we're going to do is we're going to have to take those 2 screws out and then just replace it with the wheel that I have right there. Golf hat. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, if you want to see more of the mechanics side of Jake the Bowler, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I do have a couple videos coming out soon, one of which is my new arsenal, and I get to show you basically all the new bowling balls that I've gotten throughout the summer to get ready for the winter season. I'm super excited with all the bowling balls that I have. I now have a wide variety of shapes and motions that are going to help me out, not only on house shots, but on sports shots, as I'm doing a sports shot league this year too. I'm super excited, but you guys are going to have to be patient. Again, thank you all for watching. I will see you soon. Jake the Bowler out.